What I've got here is well, it was originally an F320, or excuse me, 230 Yamaha 12-string guitar, made for steel strings. And it actually was in such bad condition, the music shop where I was working, they were going to throw it away. And I looked at it as an opportunity to take a guitar and change it around and customize it in a way where I could play that music that I was just playing. This is, inspired by Indian music. They call it a raga, where you play just in one key with one scale and you improvise and write melodies. It's very complicated as far as rhythmic, times are concerned, rhythmic quality in the music. I'm not going to get into the technical side of the music, but I will talk about their instruments and this instrument, which was sort of inspired by Indian instruments. A sitar, like Ravi Shankar, I don't know if you've ever heard of Ravi Shankar, he influenced the Beatles. And one of the reasons I got interested in this music is because the Beatles used it in their music, and some Rolling Stones songs have Brian Jones playing a sitar type sound. And in the 60s, a lot of groups were influenced by Indian music. Anyway, Ravi Shankar's sitar has sympathetic strings, and what they do, and that's what these are here, they run through the on the top of the guitar, underneath the playing strings, and they're really not there to be played. What they're for is they vibrate in unison with whatever note that I'm playing. Say if I play the root note of the scale, I don't know if you can hear that with the miking system that we have, but notes are still sounding out after I play my note. Anyway, those are called sympathetic strings. And it's kind of a natural, and I don't like to use the word organic when we're talking about music, but it's a natural way to get reverb, right? So when I'm like out in a park playing the guitar, send me in a room, and this is the only instrument that I have. I mean, I get a sound like I'm in a hall or like in a corridor somewhere, and the instrument creates its own reverb. So that's what these sympathetic strings do, and this guitar has 12 of them. I took 12-string machine heads. I don't know if you can see that, but on the back there, I attached them to these pieces of wood, that I put holes in so the machine heads could fit in there, just like on a guitar headstock, right? And then I used just a couple of, those look like teriyaki skewers that I used to make saddles, like the bridge of the guitar has a saddle. I put them there just to suspend the strings off the face of the guitar, right? And it works perfectly for a sympathetic string purpose, right? Now the playing strings on this guitar, anybody could play this who knows how to play the guitar. These 4 strings, the top 4 strings, are just like playing strings of a regular guitar. So you don't have to relearn the guitar in order to play this. But the other 5 strings on here, and this was the idea that I had, was to be able to tune 5 strings to a chord. And right now I have it tuned to a minor chord. So I have the first note of the scale, the 3rd note, minor 3rd, then the 5th note, and then the octave unison note. And then if you look real closely here, I actually have a bass string. It's the D string of a bass guitar. And I'm around C or C sharp and sometimes D when I'm tuning this instrument. But that's the right gauge for this kind of tuning. So actually in the chord there's a low bass note with that bass string. And so I get the chord, and then I can play a scale that harmonizes with that. This is a natural minor scale. you were technically going to analyze that, that would be Aeolian minor or natural minor. Now what I can also do, I mean, it's just me doing whatever I want, right? There's no like formal system here. I can just be creative and figure out things that I want to do with this. I can change the tuning of the chord. So now I have a major chord. Before it was tuned to a minor, so now I can play in a major scale. I re-fretted the guitar with a larger type of fret than what was on here before, which makes it easier to bend notes. Couple of bad notes. And anyway, there was plenty of holes left in the headstock to accommodate 9 strings, because formerly, of course, this was a 12-string guitar. So I left 9 of the machine heads on there and took the other ones off, so I wouldn't get confused and grab them and turn them, because they're not attached to any strings. So it makes it look more consolidated, I guess would be the word I'm looking for. But this is just a plywood guitar. There's nothing special about the woods, and you can see that I even repaired this hole in the side with tape. This is really just my prototype. The two guitar makers where I work at the guitar shop in Laguna Beach, Kirk Sand and Mark Angus, they're inspired by this. They thought of making a guitar out of really good custom hardwoods, so I'd get a bigger sound. But for the time being, it's just a prototype in the making. And you can borrow these other. You can borrow the whole guitar and move that chord that I tuned up higher, That's my custom Yamaha 9-string guitar.